It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Here's Cook again.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
This defense for the Dolphins, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Watch out for Hill on the return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 27.
Black ultra. Red, yellow, go red.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Tua now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run it again with Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
In motion, Hill.
Wait.
Another try after the 1st down sack.
Tua.
Under pressure, they got him again. Von Miller, now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught, it's Wilson. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A 14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Okay, right? Trail green.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the... Coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The Dolphins sit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ready.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tua sets up to pass it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. A good pickup there at 22.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw.
Gesicki hauling in the quick throw.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ball red. Field black. Yellow. Blue.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. In motion, Hill.
6, 7. Ready?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
They run the counter with Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this returnable for Hill.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Red cycle.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 9.
Black Ultra.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Steal. Check steal. Ready.
On second down, Mostert. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Ready, ready.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. On second and goal, Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Tua, a final shot before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Blue strike. White.
To try again after the sack.
Tua.
His throw incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
One of the showstoppers in the league. A nice catch there by Tyreek Hill. How about this for a statistic? 6 seasons, 6 Pro Bowls, and this guy continues to be one of the game-breaking players in the NFL. Now using his speed down south of Miami after his first 6 years in Kansas City.
Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Ready.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Fly blue. Blaster 6. Green jack.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Tua.
And going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Daniels. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Bills. Darrell Daniels. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Bills are back within a score. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd and a couple. Tua. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Black shot.
Tua now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's another big play for him right there, and that's not the first time we've said that throughout this game. This last catch puts him over 200 yards receiving for the ball game and leaving the defense with just one word in their mind: helpless.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 19 yards away. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One final try here for Allen.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They find some open field here. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Dolphins 35, Bills 21. Tyler Bass with the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Cannon now elects to bring this out.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And all of a sudden.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I
Really?
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Red, cycle, black, ultra.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. On the right side, open is Gesicki. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. From the gun, a run with Mostert. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are right back in this football game. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A big play here for Buffalo. 62 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from the defender.
Throwing now is Allen. And Daniels has it over the middle. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
To number 81. A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Bills 28.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. All right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On the double.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime.
White.
In motion, Hill.
Drill green. Ready.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Being chased out left. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Let's go now. Slide blue.
Tua on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. The Chiefs have scored again to extend their lead a bit. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Allen.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because